Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Tammy.
Good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Um, we are excited that it is a new year. We have already recorded our reflections message reflecting on last year and all of the wonderful things that took place. So if you haven't had an opportunity to see that, go back and watch it. And we really are thankful for all of the wonderful opportunities we were afforded in 2021 and are looking forward to more great things to happen in 2022. So I am Dr. Sheka Houston, and welcome to the R.E.A.L. Academy. I'm going to turn it over to Tammy as I try to feed us through to some of our groups. Good morning, Principal Hurd. Happy
Good
New Year.
morning. Good morning, Principal Hurt. Happy New Year. As Shika said, we are so excited to be in a brand new year, and we are so thankful for new mercies that we receive every morning. So we are looking forward to a very prosperous and healthy 2022, and keeping in mind those things that we were blessed to have and participate in 2021. Good morning, Principal Kafele. Thank
Good
you all
morning.
for joining us this morning. We are here this morning and so excited to be able to talk to you on this first day of 2022 and bring you this morning something a little different than what we normally do on Saturdays. Good morning. We have Central is with us this morning, and Curtis Andrews. We say good morning to you guys,
Good morning.
and just want to offer this morning a message of hope, a message of strength and perseverance, a message of favor and new levels as we go in to this new year. We want to just make sure that everybody knows that we know that 2021 wasn't necessarily a year of that we could consider a bed of roses, but we want to just be sure that we encourage you this morning that as we go into this new year, that whatever frustrations or anxieties or whatever we had that we faced in 2021 that might have been frustrating or something that we considered a heavy hit, a loss. It's been so much that has happened. We want to just encourage everybody to not allow that to take away or to steal that joy that you can come into this new year with, the determination to make this the best year that you've had yet. I was sharing with Shika, and good morning. You guys are coming on in, and we're so glad to have you. Um, Tia Gist Hart is with us this morning. Happy New Year. Jasmine and Sanitra and Lamont. Thank you guys
Good
for
morning.
riding with us this morning. We are super excited. And again, just want to just bring this message of hope this morning that says, you guys can make it because it is in you to do and be just as great as you are destined to be. I told Shika we were talking this morning, and I'm not someone who makes resolutions. I kind of shy away from that because sometimes, like, your resolve changes after a couple months.
Mhm.
So I don't really make hard resolutions, but what I do is I commit to myself and I make commitments every year. And those commitments are for me to be better than I was, not just the year before, but the day before. I always want to be better. And as I'm trying to get to be my best self, I always strive to make sure that I am doing those things and building myself. One of the things that helps to build us is what we're doing this morning, this Saturday PD that we are a part of, and we don't take lightly. We say this each and every Saturday, how awesome it is to be a part of this PLN, but it's food for us, and it strengthens me to hear the message that Principal Hurt brings forward before we come on, and then to seal what we've done with a message from Principal Kafele. Those are the things that help to keep me energized and motivated. So as we head into this new year, we are again very stoked about all of the great things that are in store. We do have some new things planned, and we're very excited to share some of those with you. Sheka shared that we've recorded our end of the year message, kind of reflecting on 2021. So if you didn't see us, you can go back and watch that just to kind of hear some of those high points that we had in 2021. But we do also lay out some of the vision that we have for 2022. So again, this morning, our message for you is one of hope. And that honestly, I don't know if people ever really pay attention to what the years mean, what that number of 2022 represents, but that 2022 is representative of hope, future, and success. So we want to make sure that we encourage you this morning with the hope, and with knowing that this can be a great year of success for all of us. Good morning, Josh. So good to see you this morning. Shika, did you get through you want us to go on and get started?
I did. And good morning again, everyone. Just to add to what Tammy has already stated, definitely I also am not a person that mentions resolutions, but like she stated, just the goal is to be better than you were last year, and your biggest competition is who you see in the mirror, as Principal Kafele references to us multiple times a year. That person in the mirror is who you are trying to improve. So that is the goal every day. Just to improve, to be better than I was yesterday, to be better than I was the week before, the month before, the year before. So the goal for 2022 is improvement. And as you can see, I am somewhere different. I am in Charlotte. My sister and I were supposed to go to a concert, the Luther Vandross Experience concert in Atlanta, but it was canceled due to COVID. But we still, everything that we had planned for that, my dress and everything that we had, we still put it on. We still celebrated it. So I said, we're going into 2022 with me deciding what's canceled and what's not canceled. I couldn't go to the concert, but that doesn't mean I couldn't do anything. So we did get to celebrate the new year. So one thing in schools, and at the start of the year, if you are a teacher that's teaching a semester class, or whether it's a year-long class, it really doesn't matter. A new year and coming back in January definitely will allow you to have that reset if you need to have one. And Principal Kafele is asking about the Luther Vandross experience. I'll let you know, Principal Kafele, one of my classmates, he puts on this Luther Vandross concert, but it's good. He's a great singer. So I'll get you some information on
He
that.
really is a good singer. But notice now, Luther Vandross is my favorite artist.
I love Luther too.
But she didn't invite me to the Luther experience.
You know why Tammy wasn't invited? Because she wasn't going to go. She doesn't go anywhere. No, that is why.
But, the thing that I think we should just highlight too, did you see what Josh said, Sheka, with the clean mirror?
Yeah.
I love it. I love that, because today is the great day to clean your mirror. Make sure you wipe your mirror clean so that you are looking at a fresh view. And I think that is absolutely amazing. I'm sure Principal Kafele is going to talk to us this morning about that reflecting in this new year. But just thank you for that, Josh, because that really, really is an important part of moving forward at any point.
It is. And as a teacher, one thing that you can definitely, this is a time, and that's why our schedules are really a blessing. you can take this time to reflect on the things that happened so far throughout the school year, what went well, what you can tighten up, what improved, what I need to continue. Maybe some seating placements needs to change, or maybe some relationships that you forge with students can allow you to approach things in a different way with them. But it allows you this time to reflect and give you that hard reset if you need one, or put some things in place that you maybe didn't have in place before. As a building level principal, one of the things that I would always do was, this was my time to take a pulse on the building. Where was everyone in the building? What did they need to hear from me? What did they need to hear? And one thing that I did last year, 2021, when we went back to school, it was supposed to be, what everyone had in mind was that, hey, the pandemic is over, we're going back to school, all of this is behind us. And that was not the case. So it was really disheartening. What we have to think about now, as if you're a leader, what has transpired in people's lives. There has been a great deal of loss. There's a great deal of anxiety still around the virus, around the new variants. Things are being canceled, and that always puts angst in people. So when you have that level of anxiousness, you, as the building leader, have to have a pulse on that, but you also have to have a message of encouragement. And one of the things that I did, just to make sure that I was encouraging people, making sure that they were, in a better place. There was two things that I did on my town hall meeting, because my thing is, I'm naturally a positive person. I try to focus on the positive because I think that's just the best place to operate from. You can always think of all the negative things in the world to focus on, but to me, that doesn't get you anywhere productive. So my message, one of them was, Dr. Marcus Jackson lives, I think it was in Louisiana, where they had some detrimental weather. There were some tornadoes. There was lots of destruction that took place. So I just shared in my message, yes, things are not ideal where we would like for them to be. We're not operating where we would be normally, where we're, able to be in contact with one another. We can't really go outside and do the things that we used to do before, but things could always be worse. And I just showed his video about all of the destruction that they had with the tornado. Yes, things are bad, but we're not dealing with this. Now we want to keep these people in our prayers. And we actually did something as a school, like a service project, to try to just take your mind off of your situation and look at somebody who's in a worse situation and try to help them through that. The other message that I did, because Marlina Valentine is one of the most motivational people that I know and have ever heard. Just her story of being a quadruple amputee, I shared that with students, and she has one that's specifically geared towards children. It's the one that I think Chicken Soup recorded. But I showed that, and I explained how, Merlina is one of the most motivational, positive people that I know. She continues to go even without having her limbs. So if we're walking around with all four limbs, you got a reason to smile. If you woke up this morning and you were able to open your eyes and look at somebody, we got a reason to have something to be thankful and happy about. And actually, from the staff, I received a lot of response from that one. Like, wow, that was just really, motivational. We appreciate the messages. And the students even commented how, wow, that was awesome. So you really want to be that person that's, still pushing everybody. And we know that leaders need motivation too. That's why we're here. Join
Yeah.
us every Saturday, because between, like Tammy said, Principal Hurt, us, Principal Kafele, we got your motivation for you. So just try to
Okay.
keep pushing everyone forward in that positive space.
Exactly. One thing that I think is super important too to emphasize, and I am so totally in agreement. Marlina is one of the most motivational people, inspirational. She really
Mhm.
is, that I have ever heard. She just her story in general,
Yes.
and her perseverance, that tenaciousness that she has, that
Mhm.
says she does decide what cancels for her.
Exactly.
It's an amazing experience, and I think that for us at our school, one of the things that has helped us to stay in that realm of positive and good energy is allowing them to the time to do some of that self-reflection. I saw that Jasmine was talking about how I think it was Jasmine's comment that
It
we
was.
do get to reset our the beauty of being in education is you can do a hard reset because you get to start over.
Mhm.
But the beauty also of being an educator is Christmas break does give you a break, because
Yes.
if things weren't going the way that you really wanted them to go, toward the end of the last semester, this is also the time that you can do a hard reset,
Mhm.
and giving them that time and space to have opportunities to reflect on the things that have gone well. What are the things that you want to see that are going to need to look differently when we come back? Those are conversations that I actually have before we go home for the Christmas break, because that gives people some time to do some introspection and to reflect on what it is that has gone well. What is it
Right.
that we do need to shift? What kinds of pivots do we need to make coming back
Mhm.
into this new year? And it gives us that opportunity to rejuvenate and to help them, as you said, Shika, to be better, because
Mhm.
that's what we want. We want you to see things through the lens of optimism. We want you to be optimistic about what it is we have to do, because when you have good thoughts about where you're going,
Mhm.
thoughts manifest themselves through actions. So
Yes.
we want that to be what we have allowed our culture to provide for our staff and for our students.
Definitely. And positive affirmations was another thing that I added to my messages, because I think that hearing positive affirmations is something that puts you in a better place. And the thing that I recognized about where some of my students were coming from, sometimes they don't hear positive things at home. And even my messages to the parents, where I would take our recording and show them what we talked about, I would reiterate to parents, hey, our children need to hear positive things. They need to hear them from you. They hear them from me. They need to hear them from their teachers. You can always find something positive to say about everybody. And
Absolutely.
that was something that I would reiterate to the staff as well, where we would send our positive notes home, because the first phone call home shouldn't be that you're having a problem with whomever. And I would always use my younger daughter Bella as an example, who on the first week of school went and fired the principal. But that's still my baby. That's my daughter. That's my child. So even though she fired the principal, we had to have a conversation about that and find out what was going on. Now she had just started school, so
Yeah.
she's
And the
in a
thing,
much better place now in her
yeah,
behavior with school. And
thank you. I want to clarify that Bella is
yes,
now
she
acclimated to being at school,
she
and
is.
she uses that energy differently now.
She does.
The thing too, Shika, about affirmations is we want to make sure that we are not just speaking over our children, but we're making sure that they know how to speak those confessions of faith as well. Like, you
Mhm.
need to say positive things because your words have so much power. So
Right.
making sure that our students also realize that this is an important part of your success. You have to see yourself as successful in order to experience as much success as you can. So
Definitely.
I think, as you said before, it's just all a part of that whole, making sure that we are focusing on what's essential and not losing sight of those things that are required from us, because we do have to do those things, but always keeping the first thing first. Because the
Exactly.
first thing's always going to be that we have our good, space
Hmm.
provided, and people are in a good headspace, even, both student, staff, and honestly parents, as you said, because we want that partnership to be strong so that our children are covered in all areas.
And from our five super strengths, we're on our the R for respect in real. This is the door. If you don't have this foundation, you will never get to the other spaces that are in this acronym. So you have to have that, and that's why it is signified with the door, because it's the door to everything else. You have to make sure that this is in place. That basically it's really engulfed in SEL, just to be honest, not just for the students, but also for the staff. And Josh makes a very good point about positive affirmations for the team members. As the building principal, it was my job to send positive notes to my staff. And it was to me, it was profound of how important those handwritten messages were. When one of the staff members, who sometimes, sometimes people think that she may could be in a negative space a lot. Um, she had, when I went into her office, my note card, or the postcard that I had handwritten to her, she had it stapled up, not where you could see what I wrote, but just that this was important to me. So I said, wow, this really does make a difference to people. And I received several notes myself from the staff members, just letters of encouragement, notes of positive encouragement. And those were helpful to me. So I always tell my students, what you put out there is what you're going to receive back. I believe that wholeheartedly. So we were intentional about making sure that we were putting positive things out for our students and our staff members.
And I just want to say, because we're about to get off, because Principal Kafele is about to come on, but I
Hmm.
want to just encourage you guys to ignite your passion this year and allow yourself to be propelled
Yeah.
to the positive energy that awaits you.
Hmm.
And while you're doing that, allow yourself to be accelerated. Just
Hmm.
just go with it. Like, go for the gusto. Don't let whatever happened in the past that could have been discouraging, demoralizing, whatever it was, allow that to propel you into the greatness that awaits you, because
Right.
there is greatness there for you. So we are, definitely your cheerleaders, and pray that you receive a double portion of favor this year, that
Yes,
elevation is yours, that success is what you will have.
definitely.
We really do believe that.
And one thing that I would always end my messages with the my town hall meetings, CMS, I see you. What do you see? Your answer should be greatness. And I would explain that I see everything that you aspire to be: nurses, doctors, lawyers, astronauts, athletes, everything that you want to be. I see it. And you are going to be great. I need for you to see it too. And I need for you to operate from a level of greatness. I need for my teachers to make sure that they are instilling greatness into our children, and in your messages and everything that you're doing at CMS. We are great. And I had to make sure that I was putting that out there for everybody to really take in and take on and accept it. And at first I had to say it, but when I would ask that question later, they would start, you would hear it all over the building: greatness, where they started to believe it, because they didn't see it at first, but later they did start to see it. Thank you, Principal Hurt.
am a first lady of a church. So this double portion we believe to be yours, guys. And
Definitely.
again, just please make sure that you allow yourself to be accelerated.
Mhm.
Just go with that flow in whatever you've had. Allow that to propel you to your next level. We are, and as Sheka said, my school's Great Falls Elementary. So we always talk about the greatness because that's a part of who we are, being great at Great Falls Elementary School. We were so excited to be with you guys this morning, and I hope you follow us over to Principal Kafele's message of hope. I'm sure that's going to be continued this morning. And we look forward to seeing you guys next week when we will finish the culture discussion that we were having, because I think we're going to be introducing and completing phase 3
Yes.
next week. So,
Which
again,
fits
y'all,
right in.
Happy New Year and enjoy your day with your families, hopefully. And as you go back to school, please make sure you keep in mind we're here to help you to stay motivated. So if you need us, call on us.
Definitely. And Principal Kafele is next. Join us on his page, and on Sunday, join for Unlock the Middle. And we hope that you all have a very happy new year. Thank you all for joining
Happy New
us.
Year, guys. Thank
Bye
you.
bye.